Well, putting Putin on notice, the White House backing British Prime Minister Theresa May after she booted 23 Russian diplomats over the poisoning of a former spy.
There is no alternative conclusion other than that the Russian state was culpable for the attempted murder of Mr. Skripal and his daughter. This represents an unlawful use of force by the Russian state against the United Kingdom.
Well, here to weigh in is global and international policy expert Michael Szanto. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
So you're not entirely surprised by this. You say Russia's done it before.
Oh, absolutely. Remember, in 2006, they used polonium to murder a former KGB agent. And what they're effectively trying to do is terrorize the people of UK, because with polonium, what they were suggesting is it comes out of the same reactors as plutonium that make nuclear bombs. Here, they're using weapons-grade nerve gas. So there's a huge threat. It reminds me of the North Korean assassination in Malaysia, where they use VX. So it's not just killing, it's how they're killing. And I think they're trying to terrorize the people of UK.
Yeah, but it's not just the UK. Here's what Nikki Haley had to say. She cautioned against Russian chemical attacks here in New York. Listen.
If we don't take immediate concrete measures to address this now, Salisbury will not be the last place we see chemical weapons used. They could be used here in New York. The credibility of this council will not survive if we fail to hold Russia accountable.
So do you think that she's, overreaching there, or is that a very real possibility?
No, it's unfortunately a very serious issue we have to deal with. Just a little bit less than 20 years ago, a former Soviet GRU general, that's military intelligence, testified to U.S. Congress that the GRU and KGB actually prepared for contingencies where they carried out terrorist attacks in the United States. So the danger is very high. The risk is really high. Putin likes to play around with plausible deniability. I would say most Russian experts today are actually convinced that Putin was behind the bombing of apartment buildings in Moscow in the late 90s, that he used to propel himself to power by using it to justify the Second Chechnya War. So Putin is incredibly dangerous.
So what can be done when they do things like this? Because we know that Theresa May had 23 Russian diplomats. She gave them a week to leave. She said that Putin's response was with sarcasm, contempt, and defiance.
Yeah, it's a very, very challenging situation. Russia's a very unique threat because it's the only country that poses an existential threat to the United States. The reason behind that is they still have 1,800 kiloton nukes aimed at our cities that can hit in 30 minutes. Of course, if they used those, then our subs would destroy them. But the challenge here is we can't threaten massive retaliation because then they would just say BS. It's not credible because it's like threatening the Russians with blowing up the world. They just say you're not going to do it. Mm-hmm. To deter a bad guy, you have to convince him ahead of time you're going to do something much worse. So the Russians even call limited nuclear strikes de-escalation. And over the last few years, the U.S. and allies have come to the conclusion that the Russians may not be bluffing about this. They have, for example, said that the place where we moved all of our Marine tanks in Norway to pre-position so that if our Marines ever had to defend against Russian aggression, we would have the tanks already there. The Russians have said that's a nuclear target. Mm-hmm. When the British launched their new aircraft carrier, which is really large, the Russians said it was a convenient target, implying nuclear target again. When Putin used a lot of cruise missiles, which he fired at Syria from the Caspian Sea, nearly 1,000 miles away, a month later he said, notice that he could put nukes in those same missiles. He said these missiles are capable of carrying nuclear weapons. So he is threatening us in the worst possible way. We're clearly in a Cold War. It is very serious, and despite Russia's weaknesses, or maybe because of Russia's weaknesses, it's very hard for us to deal with this country because, you know, when you combine the country with the world's largest nuclear arsenal, with a failing economy that Mexico's overtaking, you have a very angry, paranoid, hostile country, and it's led by what are called Siloviki.
Yeah, a potentially volatile situation. We're running out of time, but just to say this, Russia has denied any involvement in the attack, but the U.S., the EU, NATO, all saying that they support the UK, and then saying that they're going to seek some sort of coordinated international response to the attack. So we will follow up on that. Michael Szanto, thank you very much for joining us. Obviously very knowledgeable on the subject. We appreciate it.